I want to take a moment to talk about someone who was extremely important in both my career and my life. That man was Jim Abernathy. Jim passed away last month after fighting for several illnesses for a very long time. And I've thought about him a lot in the weeks that followed, that I never had the chance to reconnect with him really again after I parted ways with the Mayfield Messenger and relocated to Tennessee, where I'm at now. I can use the excuse that life got in the way and it just didn't happen. The cards didn't align and it didn't happen. But, with social media being what it is and how easily it is to connect with people, I'm not going to use that excuse. I feel a little bit guilty. I should have worked a little bit harder, perhaps, than I did, just to reconnect at least once. So that's something I'll always regret and have to own for the rest of my life. But Jim influenced me in so many ways, and I don't know that he ever really knew how much of an impact he had on me. When I first took that job at the Mayfield Messenger, a while back, we're not going to say how long ago, it's been a little while. When I took that job, I didn't even know if print journalism was something I wanted to get into. I had studied mass communications and broadcasting in college, and at the time I was working for WPSD News Channel 6. I thought television and broadcast on whatever humble level I could find, that's where I was going to be. But I was only working there part-time, and there was no real opportunity presenting itself to move up that ladder. That's not a criticism. It's just the way life worked out at that point. And Jim, with the Mayfield Messenger, offered me a full-time job working as a reporter, which I had never done. I had no prior experience. I'd worked in television. I'd worked as an intern in radio, and that was it. But Jim took a chance with me, gave me a shot, and I learned a lot working with him. I know that there were times I must have frustrated him by just not getting it, especially those early years, just not quite clicking the responsibilities and roles of a journalist and a reporter for a small town. But I really hope, and I'd like to think as the years went on, that he saw that appreciation growing in me and that understanding of how important it really was and how much of an influence that he had on me. And I hope that by the time that we did part ways, he could at least look at the reporter that I had become and take a little measure of pride in the fact that he was the one that got me there. I had studied journalism in college, but you never learn a craft until you really start doing it and working with people who have really done it. And Jim was my biggest teacher when it came to journalism, and especially with community journalism. So I wish I could have a chance to tell him how important that was. This is the best opportunity that I'm going to have. So if somewhere out there, Jim, you're able to hear this, thanks for all that you taught me. Thanks for taking a chance with me. And thanks for being my boss for such a long time.